Is there a problem with your HECS debt?
At this rate, I'll still be paying mine off in 2050.
We are really screwing it up for the next generation.
Sorry about that, kids.
Well, there's a push to overhaul the student debt system, which actually hasn't been properly looked at since 2008. Last month, an independent review of Australia's higher education system, so looking at unis and TAFE, called for the whole thing to be improved. Basically, it said we need to be encouraging more young people to get a tertiary education. And they won't do that if it continues to be as unaffordable as it is. So, let's talk about HECS.
Baby, let's talk about...
Sorry, I had to. Let's first look at how HECS actually works. Well, it's actually called the Higher Education Loan Program, HELP, which feels fitting. I think HECS might have been an old term for it. Anyway, it ensures students can go to university without needing to pay for a course up front. Think about paying off your HECS debt like climbing stairs up a building. The taller the building, the bigger the loan. When you're at the top, you're debt-free. Now, students can only start climbing up this building, paying off the loan, after they begin earning above a certain threshold. At the moment, it's $51,550 a year. So anyone who's earning above that needs to be paying off their HECS debt. What you need to know is that the amount you owe is increased at the end of every financial year in a process called indexation. This is an update to the dollar amount of your loan to reflect rising prices, inflation. What that means for our journey up the building though is that indexation can turn the stairs into more of an escalator that's going down. Last year, student loans were indexed by 7.1%, second biggest jump in history. So someone with an average HECS debt earning an average wage, despite regular repayments, could have actually gone backwards in the amount that they owe because of indexation. Many people, as you can imagine, were not happy about this.
I'm now in $50,000 worth of debt. I don't know how to escape this.
So, could it change? Well, enter the latest review. So the federal government appointed the Universities Accord Panel, a group of experts to look at the higher education sector and think of ways that it could be improved. Now, it looked at more than just HECS. Placement poverty, teaching, resourcing, we covered lots of it at the time, but today we're going to focus on HECS. It made suggestions about ways to improve the HECS system, including changing the timing of when your loan gets indexed so that your repayments are deducted before the total loan amount is increased. It also suggested a cap on the amount your HECS can be indexed to avoid significant increases during periods of high inflation, like what happened last year. Another recommendation was for HECS to be indexed to either wages or inflation, depending on which one is lower at the time of indexation, because we know wages don't increase at the same rate as inflation. So what's happening with all these recommendations? Well, the government is looking at these proposals now. Someone who is pushing for the government to act faster is Independent MP Dr. Monique Ryan. Independent MP Dr. Monique Ryan has launched a petition to change the way HECS debts are indexed. It has amassed more than 100,000 signatures. At the time of recording, I jumped on a call with her to discuss exactly what she wants. Dr. Monique Ryan, thank you so much for joining the Daily Aus.
It's a pleasure to be with you. Young people are being effectively penalised by a system which is not really fair. Last year, over 1 million Australians had put thousands and thousands of dollars onto their HECS debts during the course of the year, saw their HECS debts increase despite the money that they've been paying back, in which case the government is effectively making a profit from students' HECS debts. That's wrong.
You are a recent TikTok sensation, and the petition that you've launched to overhaul the indexation system has really gone viral.
It's amazing. So we've put together a petition for the Education Minister, and it's unbelievable the number of people who've responded to it. What I'd really like to hear from the Education Minister when I meet with him this week is firstly an assurance that he's going to change the way that HECS debts are indexed to make them more fair. Don't expect that necessarily will be something that we'll hear in the May budget, but it is something that we should hear before the next federal election.
So what do we do with all of this? Well, the ball is in the court of the Education Minister, Jason Clare. I reached out to his office and they told me the government is considering all of these recommendations and will respond in the next few months. He also adds, I want to make the point that going to university makes you money. The average annual income of an individual with a university degree is approximately $30,000 more than the average annual income of someone whose last year of education was year 12. So we'll wait and see how Dr. Monique Ryan goes with the petition handover this week. But until then, what do you think?